Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now Digital News Update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in the WNCT Digital Studio. Out of Missouri, the Missouri State Senate has given initial approval to a bill banning chokeholds. It's part of St. Louis's police reform legislation following the death of George Floyd. That measure now goes to the Missouri State House for approval. The tragic shooting at a Colorado grocery store has government leaders reopening the debate about banning assault-type weapons from the hands of civilians. Our sister station in Arkansas looked into this debate. They say local gun shop owners tell them people can't seem to get enough of these types of guns. But why? Andrew Epperson from our sister station in Fayetteville, Arkansas, reports.
Assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
President Biden pushing for stronger gun restrictions after the second mass shooting in a week.
This is not and should not be a partisan issue.
These are two examples of what they will consider assault weapons.
Michael Jump owns Jump's Pawn and Gun in Springdale.
Both of them are high-capacity magazines, semi-automatic. These are what they'll be going for if they put in an assault weapons ban, yes.
Jump says these semi-automatic weapons are best sellers in Arkansas, along with big clips. So when the president says high-capacity magazines, what's he talking about?
That's a 65 rounder, this is a 42 round, and this is a 30 round AK mag.
Jump says he thinks we'll see more gun restrictions in the future, but he thinks they're the wrong target.
We have to have something more than a single shot shotgun, because the bad guys, they have these weapons that hold dozens of rounds of ammunition.
Research shows that restrictions on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines can help prevent mass shootings.
Arkansas is a pro-gun state, and Moms Demand Action volunteer Amy Gillespie acknowledges it's an uphill climb to make any changes, but rising mass shootings across the country could be a catalyst.
But there really is a lot of support for measures like background checks, which are so common sense, even in a state like Arkansas.
Both say something needs to be done. In Springdale, Andrew Epperson, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
A Girl Scout troop leader in Ohio has been caught with her hand literally in the cookie jar. 49-year-old Jill Gauthier is accused of stealing about $12,500 in money from her troop's cookie sales and event fees. According to the Ohio Attorney General's office, Gauthier had been depositing the cookie money into her personal bank account for about 5 years before other parents alerted authorities. Gauthier was indicted on one count of theft and is accused of using the money for personal purchases. Heading into some weather for the middle of your week, don't be surprised if we get some showers later on in the day, but Storm Team 9 meteorologist Alex Wasilenko has that forecast for us.
Halfway to Friday, everybody. I'm your Storm Team 9 meteorologist, Alex Wasilenko. We continue to track an area of low pressure this afternoon across the east and coastal plains. It did provide the best chances for rain earlier on today, but we're still dealing with some mostly cloudy skies, peaks of sunshine here and there, breezy south winds, and also just a few leftover showers again from the early morning hours with that heaviest of rainfall. Now into the afternoon, we're looking at more of a cloudy scene, but a drier scene, especially as we head into the evening and overnight. Notice by the overnight too, those winds strictly go out of the south. It's going to lead to mild temperatures by Thursday morning in the 50s to low 60s. There may be some patchy fog to contend with early Thursday morning too, but with those southerly winds still in place and a little break in the action for your Thursday forecast, we could warm up to near 80 degrees Thursday afternoon and early evening. There's only an outside chance of a stray sprinkle or shower, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm Thursday, but the ingredients for a more active forecast, they begin to develop Thursday and really take form by Friday as a cold front will be slicing through. Precision Cast isn't all that impressed with the severe weather threat with that cold front on Friday, but we'll still keep a chance of an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm in the forecast to wrap up the work week. That system is a fast mover though. It pushes out to sea by Friday night, giving way to a plethora and an abundance of sunshine for the first half of the weekend. For Friday's forecast, the Storm Prediction Center has already issued a marginal risk of severe weather. That is a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, and important to note that it's not 0. So yes, the threat exists for severe weather to wrap up the work week here in eastern North Carolina. To track all the rapid changes of that forecast through the rest of the week, be sure to download that free Storm Team 9 weather app. Your 7-day inland forecast calling for those showers today, better conditions by tomorrow and warmer at that in the upper 70s and close to 80 degrees. As we continue to warm up by the end of the week, that warm air is going to clash with an incoming cold front, so 70s and 80s in eastern North Carolina. That's going to help to destabilize the atmosphere, that warm air. And as that warm air gets met by the cold front, isolated strong to severe storms will be possible to wrap up the work week. Heading into the weekend, though, my goodness, I'm sure a lot of folks will be headed to the coast on Saturday. Partly sunny skies, 75 degrees, and not a raindrop to be found. Make it a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, everybody. Take care and stay dry. I'm your Storm Team 9 meteorologist, Alex Wasolenko.
Regal Cinemas reopening their doors very soon. That and more coming up after this short break.
Finally, the wait is over. Storm Team 9 is here. Our experienced team is keeping you informed and keeping you safe. Depend on Storm Team 9.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening.
You're watching live coverage of a news conference.
Live to breaking news.
We're live outside of
Joins us live
in Kinston,
in Jacksonville, in New Bern,
now in Greenville.
Dangerous conditions.
We don't dare drop our guard.
Rip currents can be really hard to spot.
The Washington waterfront.
Chair pieces and cable lines.
Walking you through the story.
Working day in and day out.
This election
Unprecedented.
I did speak to the Board of Elections Director. We are there with you.
We're on your side. 9 on your side.
Weekdays starting at 5.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in the WNCT digital studio, bringing you some afternoon updates. WNCT is bringing you live streamed updates every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the latest and up-to-date news before our nightly newscasts. Regal Cinemas will begin reopening on April 2nd. For nearly half a year, the company's 549 theaters in the United States have been dark, but they say their doors will open next month with a limited attendance at 25 to 50% capacity. The company also entered into a new deal with Warner Brothers. Beginning next year, the studio's releases will have a 45-day exclusive window at Regal Cinemas. Regal's April 2nd reopening also comes with the release of Warner Brothers' Godzilla vs. Kong. A story out of Arkansas, stylists at a cosmetology school are giving back to the community at no cost at all. Lauren Karaku from our sister station in Fayetteville tells us how these stylists are sharpening their skills while helping the homeless.
Stylists from the Academy of Professional Cosmetology are hard at work, giving haircuts to the homeless. Like Amanda Muro, who's staying at the Salvation Army in Bentonville.
This wasn't here, me and my husband would probably be on the street right now.
Muro says due to many people losing their jobs in the pandemic, something as simple as a haircut is an out-of-reach expense.
A lot of people here, they're struggling, with wondering if they're going to find a place to go live or if they're going to get another job. And so right now, today is, a day to make everyone here feel extra special.
Academy of Professional Cosmetology student Brian Blackman was the brains behind the coordinated idea.
Being in this type of situation one time in my life, I just felt like I had to pay it forward in some type of way.
Knowing firsthand how it feels to be without a home, Blackman, as well as the other students, were happy to lend their skills.
I just hope that they just feel good about themselves and just have a nice warm feeling.
To help those who are struggling feel confident and hopefully get back on their feet. Reporting in Benton County, Lauren Crakall, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Well, that is going to wrap up this WNCT Now Afternoon update. I'll be back again at 4 o'clock with another evening update for you guys before our nightly newscast, so be sure and stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching.